What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Technically, it's Monday, the 8th of November, but this video is actually being kind of pre-recorded for what I hope to be able to put out on Tuesday. Reason we're doing that, I just put out the card for Monday just a little while ago, about 15 minutes ago. Headed out of the office now, and there was only 2 plays that made the cut for tonight. No top plays, premium plays only, which has kind of been rare for Mondays as of late. Even though Mondays this time of year, historically speaking, aren't very big days as far as, a lot of plays or anything like that. Here over the past 6 weeks, Mondays have not only been bigger than, what they are normally, I guess compared to the rest of the year, but they've been one of our bigger days of the week. Outside of the weekend. As far as our weekdays go, Monday's actually been one of our busiest days and biggest release days as far as weekdays go over this football season thus far. So it was odd for only 2 games to make the cut for tonight. One NHL, one NBA. I like the Colts somewhat, but again, just there's not enough value there. There's not enough of an edge for me to make an investment on there. So it is what it is. It'll be a small Monday, but gearing up for a huge Tuesday that I hope will be a huge Tuesday. I should put it like that. As everybody knows, that outside of baseball, my sport that, not only that I love the absolute most, but usually it's kind of neck and neck between college basketball and hockey, which one makes the most money and has the highest winning percentage. But just like baseball, college basketball very rarely has a season where overall we go under 70% for the season. Now, again, you hear all these cappers out there that, want to say, oh, I do this and I do that. The difference is we'll come on here and do a recap after a losing day. We don't just say that we won. If we have a winning day, we'll tell you. If we lose a big release, we'll tell you on video. We'll release it out on social media. We put it out in our email blast, everything. And the thing is, we don't care about sharing with you a losing day or a losing few days, because as few and far between as they are, that even if we go out there and have a losing week, 7 straight days where we lose money, that's usually coming off of 3 straight weeks where we were profitable 6 out of 7 days for 3 straight weeks, and so for the month we're still way up. That's what sets us apart from the people that wish they were what they claim to be, and the very, very few people that actually do what they say they do, and then some that they don't tout. So college basketball, my favorite thing outside of, again, baseball season, everybody knows, Carolina grad, Tar Heel all my life. Cannot wait. Again, bittersweet that Roy Williams, this will be the first time in a long time that I haven't seen him sit there and coach the game with the amount of love and passion and knowledge that he has. But Hubert Davis was my number 1 choice. I knew they were going to keep it inside the Carolina, keep it in the family, let a Carolina guy take it over. And being that Hubert was Roy's right-hand man for so long, and what Roy meant to that university, you think like somebody like Coach K with Duke. Coach K will never be, followed up by anybody. There'll be nobody that ever means as much to Duke as Coach K. And I don't care if you get a David Robinson, somebody who, whose offspring went there, like one of the Curry kids, maybe even something bigger than that, like a Grant Hill or a Shane Battier or a JJ Redick or somebody like that comes back and ends up coaching and doing great things. It'll never be what Coach K was. Just kind of like how nobody can replace Dean Smith. Well, to get an alumni who also played there and coached under Dean Smith, then went on to another university like Kansas to do great things and come as close to a championship as he was, and then come back and bring North Carolina back to the most relevant and dominant team overall for the long span of time that he was, there'll be no replacing Roy. But Hubert will definitely be able to replace someone like Roy more so than anyone will ever be able to do to a Jim Boeheim at Syracuse, to a Coach K at Duke. so on and so forth. But anyway, big night on Tuesday, what we're hoping for. So we hope that tomorrow is going to be usher in. It's a huge day of college basketball. Usually, first nights, it's usually tournament time where they're going out and doing all that. I actually like it better this year, the way that they're doing the college football opening. And again, you think about last season. I want you to remember something. Last season, these teams went out and got such a slow start. Great teams were losing. Great teams that can score 100 points a game or damn near it were out there putting up 40-something points and a half defense. It seemed like a defensive season, but it was really just a poor offensive season overall, college basketball wide. And that also had to do with the fact that what preseason did these guys really get last year? They didn't get their normal tournaments that kind of, get them into their rhythm for the season. And they really didn't get much practice. And the practices that they did get were limited, as far as time and people. They got limited to the amount of overall practices they could have because COVID, restrictions were so tight and ridiculous last year that half these places didn't have fans in the seats for the entire season. North Carolina being one of them. So now that you're going to have asses back in seats, they got to run normal practices for the length of time that they should have. They're going to get to come in as hot as they possibly could be, whether they're going into tournaments against teams that mean nothing, or whether they're starting out with big-time play, or even a very few small cases where you're going to see conference play from now throughout the end of the week as we do this opening week tip-off. So, I say now. Nothing's tonight, but Tuesday night. So if you're watching this on Tuesday, then yes, it'll be tonight. But as of right now, for tomorrow night, I've got like 8 games circled that right now I like. I know that many won't make the card. But if everything goes the way that I think it's going to go and that it's trending to go based on the information that I'm pulling and that I research for college basketball, I think we could have a 5-play night. And, not only just a top play, but we could have multiple top plays. So, you're looking at potential for Tuesday of college basketball, NHL, NBA, and maybe a college football play. Either way, it's going to be a big night. Again, congratulations to everyone that hopped on my game of the month on Saturday. College football, cashing it again with ease, a 45-point blowout by BYU. And then my very first NBA game of the week for this season on Sunday, Golden State Warriors over Houston -11. They won by 13. A little bit closer than we wanted it, but a win nonetheless. So just those 2 plays alone for all access clients, just those 2 plays, not counting any other win, that right there is 12 units of pure profit right there. So I'm telling you right now, it pays to be an all-access member. It pays to get everything that we release. This week, Jerry's soccer, if you're wondering about that, you won't see it because his soccer leagues are on an international break right now. So they'll come back, I guess, at the beginning of next week is what he was saying. If you need to absolutely confirm that, follow him on Twitter at W1Venture, as I'm sure he'll release the next day that you can expect hockey plays. Or you can reach out to him directly via Twitter and he can let you know for sure. But I'm pretty sure it's the beginning of next week. But anyway, so that's on a break. But again, he's going to have college football or college basketball this season as well. NBA, NHL. Now, again, I don't know if he'll have college basketball on, opening night. But I would imagine that you will see, if not, quite a few plays from him over the course of this week. You will definitely see some sort of college basketball action from Jerry before, the end of the week. So what I will do is, since I'm recording this a day early, and I'm doing that for the reason of wanting to go ahead and put out a couple of free plays that I think, may fall into line. And if they do, I'll be able to release this video. But also because I'm hoping that come Wednesday, I will know whether or not I'm going to be locking in a game of the year for this weekend in football. And I'm not going to tell you whether it's college or NFL. Know that I've got games that I'm, all but locked in on both. But they're, not at the exact same time. So I'm not going to say which one it is or isn't. Because if it doesn't happen, then that way I don't have to answer for that. We'll just move it to where it officially does happen. But I'm hoping that if I get to lock it in, I get to do so tomorrow. And if I get to do that, I'll be able to or excuse me, if I get to do that, I'll be able to, lock it in tomorrow and go ahead and record that for a Wednesday video. By that way, I'll have time to get the play posted, do a little write-up and all that stuff. So by Wednesday, you'll be able to purchase that play. Go ahead and lock your wager in. If you're an all-access client, obviously you'll already get the play. But again, the sales that we put on, guys, a lot of them are over, as I promised you they would be. At the end of the week, at the end of last week. One thing we still got going on is the college basketball early bird. These packages, guys, to give you an idea, if you were to wait until this time next week and you say, okay, I want to buy a college basketball season, whether it be my season or Jerry's season, you're going to pay $2,000 a piece to get them. Yeah, you can get a discount by doing a combo and save yourself $500-600, but again, you're still going to be paying upwards of normal price. And trust me, nothing wrong with that. It's well worth it and then some. But if you buy it this week, before we take it down, which right now it's scheduled to come down at 7 p.m. on Friday night. As of this moment, we haven't talked about extending it past that. We'll just see. But if you were to buy it today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that, you'll be able to get either one you want, mine or Jerry's, for $500 a piece. That's 20%, guys. 25%, excuse me. 25%. You're getting 75% off. And I'll do you one better. If you buy both, think about it. You buy myself and Jerry's, you can get it, instead of paying $1,000 total, you'll save an additional $100 and get them for $8.99 for the both of them. Think about that. $900 total versus $4,000 or $3,500 total, because if you bought both of them. If you want to get all of our basketball combos, that means NBA for Jerry, NBA for me, college basketball for me, college basketball for Jerry. We'll give you that right there, in and of itself, normal retail would cost you $6,000. I'm not even going to say out loud the deal that we'll do, but it'll be something that you probably won't believe when you first read it. Reach out to us on Twitter. In the description of this video, you'll see my Twitter handle as well as Jerry's. Say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. I want a combo, mix and match, whatever. We will hook you up and give you the instructions on how to get on board. Or the one sale that is still going on that didn't get taken down besides college basketball is going to be for our all access. You can still get 1 month all access pass. $7.99 is the normal price. You can do it for $349. DM us, let us know. We'll give you the code to get that. Or you can get a 1 year all access pass instead of $5,000, $14.99. If you're on an all access pass right now and want to go ahead and extend it, you can do an extension. Instead of paying $5,000 when it's over and re-signing up, you can go ahead and pay $9.99 now. 20% of, you're literally getting 80% off. And the date that your current all access pass is scheduled to expire, that date will change and get pushed out 365 days past that. Can't beat it, guys. So anyway, go to Twitter, myself, Jerry, follow us, reach out to either one of us. It doesn't matter. Somebody will be back in touch with you over the course of the next 24 hours, whether it be myself, Jerry, or if by chance one of the sales staff sees it, they will answer your basic questions, but then let you know that they'll pass the message on to us so we can communicate with you directly based on how many inquiries we get. So, in saying that, come jump on, be a part of our team, jump on board, come make some money with us. All access is the way to go, obviously. That way you also get every game of the week, month, and year for every sport from all cappers, and you don't miss anything. There's nothing that will be released on chasewins.com for that month or that year, however long you sign up for, that you will not have full access to. There is not a single upsell or upcharge or anything that you would have to buy on top of it. You get it all, no questions asked. Couple of free plays for you tomorrow night. Now again, these lines can vary by a little bit if they have changed, or I don't like one of these plays that I'm getting ready to say. Make sure you read the description, and if something's changed, I'll let you know based on the time that I load this and post it, if it gets posted. Or if one of these plays I end up saying remove, I'll tell you in the description that, hey, only play this one and this one, don't play this one because of this. So make sure that you check in there. But the early game for tomorrow that I think is just too easy to pass up, it's at 6:30 p.m. A team that I'm not overly confident in this year to do great things is UConn, but anybody that follows my college basketball rankings, and I do the most in-depth rankings of any capper in the industry, and every week during basketball season, which will start back sometime later this month, where I do a live show every Monday and go over my new top 25 and give you the reasons why there were changes, why teams are no longer in it, why new teams are in it, and mine always varies from what the standard top 25 is for the media and the AP and the coaches poll and so on and so forth. And always, I am right, more accurate, and my teams who I predict to go farther for what reasons are always the one that are ending up still in contention when we get down to the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight, Final Four, so on and so forth. But tomorrow, UConn's playing Central Connecticut State. That's one of those that have been in the bottom 5 of all 350 plus teams over the past 4 consecutive seasons and 6 out of the past 7 total. They've been the bottom of, it doesn't get lower than that. And multiple times throughout every one of those seasons, they've been in the bottom 5. They have been the very bottom of the bottom at more times than one throughout each of those seasons. Last year, they spent more time as the dead last team than any other team that I had that made dead last at all throughout the season. Yeah, it's 34 points. Yeah, it's against a team that I don't have confidence in like other people might this year. But if any team that is even remotely from a Big East, an SEC, an ACC, a Pac-12, a Big 12, a Big 10, you're from a power conference in basketball, you should be able to beat this team with 50 points with your second-string team on the floor, blindfolded, and each one of them putting at least one arm or leg behind their back. This is not hard. 34 should be nothing. So either UConn comes out unprepared, they come out not caring how much they win by, and Central Connecticut somehow keeps it close, or this team goes out there and wins by 40 plus and doesn't break a sweat. So I am laying money with UConn unless you hear something different. Another one is going to be Oregon. This is one that I think has been overlooked a little bit. I've got the line. Everybody's going off of what happened last year. Throw last year out the window. It means nothing. Players change, personnel change, strategies change. COVID things have changed so much. The fan dynamic has changed. Right now, Oregon should be laying about 25.5 all the way up to about 27, depending on who their official starting 5 are going to be. There's 2 players in question, but even if they go to the backup choices for those 2 players, I still like the game. It would just make it that 25.5 versus all the way up to about 27.5. But they're only laying 21 at this moment against Texas Southern. I think they're being a little bit undervalued, and I think we need to take advantage of them being undervalued and lay the 21 for some money as well. But your official free play, the one that I like the best out of the 3 at this moment, now it could change by tomorrow, but at this moment, is Auburn over Morehead State. Right now, Auburn, they opened up at 13. They jumped up to 13.5. I like Auburn minus 13.5. I've got them at minus 17. Right now, to have some sort of an edge, I wouldn't take them over minus 15 because then you kind of lose your edge. But anywhere from 13.5 to 15, I am okay with you laying with Bruce Pearl's Auburn Tigers. Take that at, again, minus 13.5 up to 15 as a premium wager. So your official free play, Auburn Tigers minus 13.5. Again, if that changes between now and tomorrow and it goes to 14 or 14.5, still lay it. Again, don't go over 15. If you get it higher than that, lay off of it or lower your wager significantly. And then again, your 2 smaller plays, Oregon minus 21. And then UConn minus 34 to see if either of those 2 plays make the premium cut for tomorrow and also what else does. And in other sports, go to chasewins.com for Tuesday and the rest of the week, month, year. Get on a big package, DM us, let us hook you up and put you linked up with myself, Jerry, all of the guys, and get you with the winning team today. I love you guys, and I will see you back for a video before Wednesday, and I will see all of you that are watching this video and going to play with us on these games and everything else we release. I'll see you in the winner's circle. See you guys.